Well, I'm joined with Pastor Jonathan Parnell from Minneapolis, St. Paul, pastor of Cities Church. He's a church planter, a Christian author. Thanks for joining us today, Jonathan.
Hey, thanks, Mark. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, as a pastor of a city church, of Cities Church in the Twin Cities, how has this COVID-19 pandemic affected the way your church connects in community, considering, recent government protocols?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Something that we're thinking about and working on getting communications out to our people, even today and tomorrow, just on how quickly things are changing. We're not planning to meet in person for the next several weeks, and so for us, we just had to clarify kind of what is our task at hand, and we've said, okay, we've kind of just said, look, we're not meeting in person, which means what we're trying to figure out is not really how to have a corporate worship service together as a church, but it's really how do we shepherd our people when we don't get together in corporate worship as a church. So we're not trying to recreate a worship gathering, virtual, online. We're just trying to how do we shepherd our folks, knowing that we're not going to be able to see each other like we normally do. And that means for Sundays, we're doing basically household liturgies. So we're putting together just little family liturgies, household liturgies that people can read through and worship, sing some songs. We're doing little video teachings that we're going to include with that. We're doing a Bible reading plan for our church that we're going to work through daily. And we're going to do video content for that, just as a way to keep us on the same page through this Bible reading. And we are encouraging our life groups. So we have small accountability groups. We're encouraging those groups to connect throughout the week through phone calls and also through FaceTime, things like that. And so we're hoping that is, obviously it's not ideal, but we hope that that's going to help us kind of stay together in these coming weeks.
Amazing. Can I ask you, what is your word what would be your word of encouragement, or how would you advise those that want to offer care and give care in a climate where there's a lot of hoarding and perhaps panic buying and clearing off shelves? And how do we maintain that sort of caregiving responsibility that we have to each other as believers? How are you advising people in your church to go about doing that?
Yes, that's a great question. We actually encouraged every member of our church to draft a little simple letter or kind of an email that they might send to their neighbors, just acknowledging the bizarreness of this situation that we're in, and just offering help. Saying, hey, we don't have a bunch of supplies stockpiled, but if you need something, we may have it. So reach out to us, let us know. It is really a great opportunity for Christians to be absolutely like exemplary neighbors. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it just takes that first person to kind of reach out and instead of having a competitive spirit where we're going to try to hoard as much as we can before the next person, we just say, hey, we're willing to share whatever we can to help you out. And I think that can be actually a breakthrough. If other people see, oh, there's a kindness here, it can mobilize them to be the same way.
Well, that's great. Well, bless you, Pastor Jonathan, and all you guys are doing in the Twin Cities. We'll be praying for you, and I love your encouragement to go out. This is an opportunity for us to go out and be the hands and feet of Jesus, and to go out and make a difference in the world. It's at a time of tragedy and devastation that oftentimes people that have been closed to hearing the message of Jesus are open to it, because it's a message that's countercultural. It's not based in fear, but in faith and in hope. So thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. We'll be praying for you. You pray for us, and we'll get through this together.
You got it. Thank you, Mark.
God bless.
Thanks.